How's it going, everyone? Today I'd like to go over what I've learned over the last 8 months of my sim racing time. First, I'd like to show you a picture of my first racing setup that I started with. I'll explain what I felt were the pros and the cons of this setup, reveal why I felt I needed to upgrade to the setup I have now. When I first started, I had my G29 attached to my desk, with the pedals propped up against a little money box to keep them off the wall. A month or so later, I found the seat in this picture on Facebook for $100. I then started to design my wooden rig that you see in this picture. It was a blast running the MX-5s and the Formula Vs in this rig. It was actually a very stable setup, although I'm not sure how it would have held up to direct drive setups. I actually just started running the Formula 4s in this when the picture was taken. When I first built this, I only had my 24-inch monitor. I then upgraded to a 30-inch that you see in the picture. Now thinking back, I probably should have spent a bit more time running the MX-5s and the Formula Vs than I actually did, so that I could get a better handle on the physics and handling of vehicles in iRacing. But like I'm sure most have done or will do, I moved on fast to cars I really wanted to drive. Now, why did I decide to upgrade my setup so soon into my sim racing career, you ask? That's it. Very easy and simple answer. This wonderful pup decided one day, after months of sitting beside my rig, that I needed the upgrade and shoot all the wires for my G29. This happened at the beginning of May.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
I should get some sleep.
It was more than a month later that I bought my new rig, my wheel, and pedals. This was only possible because I came into some extra money after my mother passed. With the new setup, I moved everything into the basement, still had my monitor sitting on my desk with the rig pulled up underneath, which allowed me to get much closer to the screen and have a more immersive experience. The new rig is the 6S80 from Six Sigma Racing here in Canada. I also got my SimMagic Mini with GT4 wheel and my Moses CRP pedals from them. It took a few weeks to get everything set up in a way that was comfortable to drive, and this is when I started my YouTube journey. This is where I am at now with my setup. It hasn't changed much other than I now have an FX Pro wheel, and my monitor is now mounted to an advanced sim racing freestanding monitor that I decided to hard mount to my rig. That there has been my journey with sim hardware over the past 8 months. As I said earlier, I should have taken my time progressing through different cars in iRacing. It would have saved me a bit of frustration with trying to learn so many cars in such a short period of time, and would have allowed me to develop and hone my skills, which in turn would have allowed me to become a better driver than I currently am. I've noticed over the last couple months of only driving a couple cars at a time that I've improved a lot compared to when I was trying to drive everything under the sun. The one big piece of advice I would offer to anybody just starting out would be to stick with the starter cars for at least one full season before moving on to something newer and better. Take the time to develop your skills and become a good, clean driver. Which leads me into the next thing I've learned. Never assume other drivers are going to pass you cleanly or allow you to pass cleanly. Now don't get me wrong, the vast majority of people I've raced against have been very clean drivers, but there's always that one driver that just doesn't care who he or she takes out as long as they get the position that they want. Be patient when attempting to make passes. There's no need to rush a pass. There is always a good chance that the person you are attempting to pass will make a mistake and allow you to make that pass safely. Taking your time to perform the pass also allows you to learn how someone drives and will allow you to better predict the way they will react when you go for that pass. On the same note, always watch out for people that have gone off track. Sometimes you will find the same people just carelessly pulling back onto the track without a thought of any oncoming traffic that they're going to cut off. If you happen to be the one off track, please make sure it is clear before you make your way back on track. This is good race etiquette and how you ensure you don't ruin anyone else's race, including yours. Yes, you're going to lose positions, but it's going to allow you to continue racing and possibly get those spots back later in the race. Well, that's all I have for now. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and the big things you've learned in your time racing. And as always, I'll see you guys at the next race.